Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning. A most pleasant, beautiful Wednesday morning. Folks, I thought it was Friday today, because I hear a lot of people and see a lot of people get ready for this celebration. I thought it was Friday, but reaching here, then I was listening and said, oh, today is Wednesday. All right. It's a lovely, beautiful morning, lovely, beautiful day. We say good morning to everyone across this beautiful country of ours that is Belize. And welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show for today. My name is Robert Checker Usher. We trust and hope that you are waking up this morning and ready for today. What we'll be doing at this time, folks, we will be communicating with Delvi right here this morning for a prayer. We had some issues days gone by, but nevertheless, where there is a will, there is a way. That's right. Where there is a will, there is a way, and we get things going because nothing is going to stop us now. Like we say, where there is a will, there is a way. And let's connect with Delve. Hi, good morning, Delve. Good morning.
Good morning, Pretty Binafe.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A lovely, beautiful morning. Good to hear from you once again today.
Yes, it's good to hear from you as well.
Yeah, we're passing through, right?
One day at a time, Mr. Checky, so just have to give God thanks that we are still here, so let us give thanks.
Okay, well, let's give thanks then.
All right, I'd just like to share the verse for the day, and then I'll go into the prayer. This morning's verse is from Psalm 29, verses 10 and 11, and it says, "The Lord sat enthroned at the flood, and the Lord sits as king forever. The Lord will give strength to his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace." Almighty and Heavenly Father, Lord, I just give you thanks, oh God, for just another day. Thank you for blessing us with the breath and the gift of life. Thank you for making a way where there seems to be no way, oh God. And I just bless you this morning, Father. Thank you for blessing us to be a part of another day, for filling us with the breath of life, Lord, for guiding us to our job sites, for those who are making their way to their respective place of work. Father, I pray just your divine protection in and over them. Please see to their going and to their coming. For those who are at home, oh God, I pray that you send a special blessing upon them, oh God, and whatever it is that they may be going through in their home, Lord, whatever causes them to smile or to cry, may they always remember, Father, that you are God and that you are in divine control. So I just pray, oh Lord, that you may continue to guide us as a people, continue to teach us, oh God, and that we as a people may learn, Lord, to surrender to you, to be reverent to you, oh God, to humble ourselves before you, because without you we are nothing. So I pray, please keep blessing each of us. Please bless this day, and may we be blessed to be a blessing. I give you thanks for all that you have done, will do, and continue to do in each and every one of our lives. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen.
Well, we are certainly blessed this morning with that special, powerful prayer as usual. Thank you once again. So we are up once again. We're passing through, right?
Yes, sir. One other day with the good Lord then we.
Yeah. Well, this time like this, whether the 9th of September, way back before we used to celebrate independence, this is the day one time the kids, they go to school, they receive the league goodies back this morning at school with the lemonade, so we used to get the Kasham, we used to get them with Nutrament and different Siego, they used to give at school, no? And then we just wave a leaf flag at school, and that was it, but this year is completely different.
Completely different. Well, if they got any reason at the flag, they have to raise flag at home.
Yes, yeah, raise a flag at home, but continue being patriotic as much as possible, no?
Yeah. Yes. We're still Belizeans despite whatever, we know might got a big time celebration and thing. And, our part, Mr. Checky, there is a good side and a not so good side to it. Because every year a lot of people, yes, we are Belizeans, we are patriotic, but a lot of people spend a lot of money,
Yeah,
buying
true.
new clothes, setting up costumes and things like that. And, for such a time as this, the only extra small change come in because a lot of people are not working. So we have to look at the bright side of it as well.
That's true because then costumes and so they come out to a lot of money and sometimes in school they have to get sound system, they have to get vehicles and vehicles don't run on water, they run on fuel, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
so I get to smarten it down, and then now I guess we get to show with real patriotism.
that's
Because if you're at home and you're fighting for raise your flag and sing at home, then that you show you really patriotic then.
yep, but it is what it is and we just have to live with what we got, right?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
for the elders, the celebration, people like drink up and so, but for the kids, it was a brightening on the kids' face when they come out and wave their flags. Then they right there saw their classmates and their friends and nice. I love very colorful too, all the different colors. The beautiful September colors, right?
I know it's true, and they get excited for it.
Yeah.
Like if they want to wear red, white, and blue, and then when they want to dress up.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, but God knows best, right?
He knows best. Hopefully one day when things get back to so close to normal, one of the years, we might have a different take on it then. Like more patriotism and less of the drinking and stuff, and we will see.
Yeah. Well, thanks again then, Delvan. We are link up on Friday because tomorrow the holiday.
Holiday. All right, Mr.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem. Have a blessed.
Yeah. And folks, at this time we will check in with the Belize Med Service. As you know that last week we told you that Minister Aragon would have been here, and he is here today, and we will be having Minister Aragon on the show right here this morning, and we certainly invite you all to tune in. It's the 9th of September, and I'm sure that he has a good message for you all when it comes to the September celebration. You're celebrating your own way, right? Because it's not like we would want it to be, but it's here, and we can't stop the days from come. We cannot stop the days from going. So we have to make the best out of each day because, like the song say, yesterday is dead and gone. When today is gone, it's gone, So make the best out of what you can make out of today. At this time, folks, we link with the forecaster on duty at the Belize Met Service for today's weather forecast.
Good morning. Generally fair weather will prevail over the area. The 24-hour forecast is for skies to be sunny with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy tonight. Showers or thunderstorms will be isolated with a chance of a few more occurring over the extreme south tonight. High temperatures today will reach near 89 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 96 inland and 82 in the hills. Low temperatures tonight will range from 82 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 76 inland and 68 in the hills. Winds over the open sea will blow generally from the east at 5 to 10 knots and the sea state will be slight. Low tide will occur at 9:17 this morning, followed by high tide at 3:14 this afternoon. The moon will set at 11:37 this morning to rise at 4 minutes after 11 tonight. The sun will set at a minute to 6 this evening and will rise again at 20 minutes to 6 tomorrow morning. The outlook for Thursday and Thursday night is for mainly fair weather to prevail and showers or thunderstorms will be isolated. In the tropical weather outlook at 3 this morning, Tropical Storm Paulette was centered near latitude 19.2 degrees north, longitude 45.6 degrees west, or about 1,145 miles east of the northern Leeward Islands. Paulette was moving to the west at 8 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour. Tropical Depression Rene was centered near latitude 17.4 degrees north, longitude 30.5 degrees west, or about 440 miles west-northwest of the Cape Verde Islands. Rena was moving to the west-northwest at 14 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 35 miles per hour. And that ends this morning's weather report and forecast from the National Meteorological Service.
Thanks to the forecaster on duty this morning for that weather forecast. Folks, tonight, I don't know if they have the siren motorcade tonight, but you can tune into the different stations across the country tonight because the September Celebration Commission, along with the Honorable Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, new leader for the United Democratic Party, they will be having a big night for you tonight. To feel the spirit of tent, even if it's at home. Representing Orange Walk is Lucio and the New Generation. Then we have from the central part of the town, of the country, we have Kenny Gladden and the New Creation Band from Belize City. Also Lord Rayban. We have the Sweet Pain Band. We have Chico Ramos. We have some other cultural group that is on that roster as well. So we invite you to tune in tonight, and that is brought to you by the September Celebration Commission, along with the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Honorable Patrick Faber. Folks, tomorrow is 10th of September, and for the 10th of September, we always have the 10th Brahms, so Youth Connection Band will be having a virtual concert on the 10th, which is tomorrow, and we start from 6 o'clock in the evening. So we invite you to tune in and be part. We always bring surprises, right? And sometimes surprises come with prizes, sometimes prizes come with surprises. So let's see what's going to be the surprise for tomorrow. Make we at least go relax back home with the family and enjoy the nice 10th of September music along with other great music and all the surprises that we bring for you. So we invite you tomorrow for the 10th of September to join in Youth Connection Band, as we'll be bringing that for you. And also we would like to thank Mr. Carlos Cetina for giving us a little help on that. Also the September Celebration Commission as well, and the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Honorable Patrick Faber, and other persons that are collaborating. We say thank you all so much. Folks, what we do at this time, we take our first break of the morning, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Minister Aragon right here this morning on the SugarCity Morning Show on North Television Channel 10.
Saltar la frontera es ilegal y coloca a toda la nación en riesgo. Nuestros vecinos, Guatemala y México, han experimentado un rápido incremento de casos de contagio de COVID-19 y hay más muertes cada día. Personas entrando a Belice ilegalmente, viniendo de esos países con múltiples casos, no les están haciendo las pruebas de COVID-19. Es por eso que es importante reportar a cualquiera que entre ilegalmente a Belice llamando a nuestras líneas directas. Para Smart, marque 0800-586-7377, 0800-267-3377 y para Digi, marque 0800-728-3293. Tolerar o participar en entrar ilegalmente es ponerte a ti, a tu familia y a todo tu país en riesgo. Recuerda, cualquiera que sea arrestado deberá pagar una multa de hasta 5,000 y o prisión por 2 años. Detén el salto de fronteras hoy. Este mensaje es presentado por el Departamento de Policía de Belice y el Banco de Belice.
Boy, I'm late again. What? Done ain't there yet? More time to sleep then.
Ugh, where'd I put my license? What? More cash? Yes.
Oh my god, that's a huge slice. More for me.
Money.
Who doesn't love having more of your favorite things?
Stop your money right.
With Digicel's new prepaid data plans, you get more data to do more of the things you love. That's more chats, more snaps, more surfing, more videos, more everything. So go ahead, live your best life with Digi. Whatever that may be.
From working late to hot date avec Derek. Yes, you can. Looking half decent at early morning Pilates. Yes, you can. When you've totally forgotten your BFF's birthday. Yeah, you can. Looking surprisingly good in last night's clothes. Even unscheduled media appearances. Batiste Dry Shampoo. Yes, you can.
Distributed by Vegas Imports. you think about compassion, care, and kindness, the area representative of Orange Walk East, Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr., immediately comes to mind. He has demonstrated through dedication and hard work that the people he represents are his priority. His work in Orange Walk East to deliver goods and services has been never-ending. Infrastructure, streets, water, land, social assistance, sports, and education are areas in which Mr. Aragon has focused and delivered to his people in the Orange Walk East. Honorable Aragon has lived a life of dedicated service to his country and people with an excellent track record. Orange Walk East deserves the best. So, for continued development, vote for Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Welcome back, good morning, welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. The mic is on, Minister.
Yep,
Good morning to one and all, folks. Robert Checker Usher, and with us this morning, we got the East in the house today, and it's been represented by Minister Honorable Elodio Aragon. Good morning, Minister.
Well, good morning, Checky. And of course, wonderful good morning to all of our TV viewers, and of course to all our radio listeners who are tuning in to us via East Radio 104.9 FM. It's good to get up again. Like I always say, Checky, you get up, see the sun out there, you feel good. That the good Lord has blessed you with another day to get things done, So it's a pleasure again being here in the studios, and, we are here on the eve of our 10th of September. And so, I think it's proper to say that we are feeling very good, in the month of September. It's not like the years pass, but nevertheless, we are very patriotic about this month.
Definitely. Minister, I'm not sure if you were following the situation with the police officer that was missing and lost in the southern part of the country, but I must say that the Ministry of National Security did a very, very good job.
Yes, definitely. That's why I'm saying it's a good day.
Yeah, it's a good day.
Because yesterday, when we got the news in terms of, I think the whole country got the news through the news media outlets in terms that the PC Cal was found,
Yes.
I think that was a relief to not only to his family, but to the entire police and national security family. And of course, for all Belizeans, because if it would have been another way around, that really never may feel good for this September, especially bringing on this week of the 10th of September. But we are glad that he has been found, and I want to commend all the members of the Ministry of National Security who participated and assisted in being out there looking for Ikal, and everything played out well.
Yes.
And so we are proud of that, and we are glad to know that he's well and with his family, you know.
Yeah, I was very glad to hear how he followed the coordinates when he saw the chopper flying over.
Yeah, the song, yeah.
Yeah, he said, well, make I go this way because, and the persons that were in the chopper as well, you know, they had a good way. But Minister, many, many years ago when you were a little boy, a day like today at your residence with your mom and dad on Aurora Street, today would have been a day that you would have been seeing your dad, the late Chin, and everybody painting up those
Yeah.
signs and getting ready.
So-
You can have some recollections of those
Yes,
memories?
of course. You know, September is always I think it's the most festive year, a month of the year for Belizeans. I mean, September speaks out to everybody, even Belizeans who are abroad. You know, they look towards and they plan their holiday to come to Belize during the month of September.
Yes.
Because, I mean, you know, I don't know if you remember, Chicky, but not too long ago, we used to jump up behind the truck with a big music box when
Yes.
we were young
Yes.
teenagers, you know.
Yes.
I remember that was an awesome feeling, you know, when you're celebrating the 10th of September with your friends and family. You know, and amazing. I mean, when you think back, you know, and I think a lot of people can recollect in terms of their childhood, in terms of when they were young and, you know, teenagers, etc., and even today, in terms of what September means for them. And I think September means the most, that it is the most patriotic month of this country, especially because of the 10th of September and of the 21st and all the other events that come and around the 10th and the 21st. And I think, you know, for Belizeans, that is a major thing. You know, but this year around, check it with COVID, you know, something where we could say, you know, we are celebrated the same way we did last year.
Yeah,
Different
true.
business now.
Mhm.
And I do think that has really thrown a damper on some of the spirits of our Belizeans, you know, in terms of, we're not got no, as far as I know, I haven't heard any event for Orange Walk Town, if they will still have a ceremony or what. Up to now, no, nobody has informed us of anything. So I really don't know where we are with that. I know that the party leader-elect is, and he being the chair of the National September celebrations, I think they are doing a virtual events
Tonight.
and I
Yeah.
think it'll be the same for the 21st. But, you know, at the end of the day, I've always said, you know, when you're a patriotic Belizean, when you're a Belizean to the bone, Checky, I know people will be at their homes, you know, doing their only celebrations, etc. You know, I mean, we still have to remember that why we are here as Belizeans, what September means to us, and I think that in each and every personal way, in terms of everybody have to find their own way to celebrate and recognize Belize, you know, during this month. And I think that will be the case now, because I not say no large gatherings and things like that, because we cannot have those large gatherings, you know. It's not a matter that we don't want to come out there. The fact is that it is not allowed. And so I think we'll have to settle down in terms of seeing how, you know, people do it at their homes. Somebody may tell me last time, yeah, it'd be like the 4th of July in the United States. You stay at your backyard, do your barbecue, etc.
Hello, the grill.
You know, so.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and all I would want to say is, you know, during this month, especially on the eve of the 10th of September, I want to wish every Belizean, you know, most wonderful 10th of September as we look towards the 21st in the next week or so. And, you know, we ask that you enjoy, and remember, let us remember that patriotism that we must have for our country. You know?
Yeah, a Texas said September reminds me of Chevan's lemonade and a bag of goodies.
Yeah, well, you know,
memories.
good memories. Boy, I tell you, check it when you sit down and think about them days. And, you know, every year, you know, it's a generation. You know, you were there, and then your kids go there now. And, you know, September is always a nice time for get together with your friends, your family, your, you know, the community. You know, but, you know, right now this year, COVID has really hampered that in a way, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice opening for this morning, Minister. Yesterday, the Honorable Gaspar Vega and the new standard bearer for Orange Walk North was on the show. We had a wonderful show. And later on in the evening, we saw a release from the party that the United Democratic Party has their 31 standard bearers in place and are ready to go.
That's right. I think we are good to go. All our seats have been filled. Basically, we're set. And it's only a matter for elections to be called, no? Which I think everybody's looking towards the month of November. And so I think that is one important step to ensure that we are all good and ready to go, Checky.
Yes.
And I think that that is important, because at the end of the day, you can't go to a race and you're not prepared, in terms of who's running. And I'm glad that we have seen that happen for the United Democratic Party, and so we're good.
Yeah. So campaigning and election and meeting that vast majority of people that we used to be in contact with now is going to be different as well.
Yeah, of course. With COVID, everything changes. Definitely, we can have those mass gatherings and all of these things, and but nevertheless, we are here, and I think it's something that has to be done. I think elections is something that is enshrined within our constitution, in the People's Act. It cannot be put off and things like that. And I think you can't put that off despite COVID and all. I think elections need to be held. I mean, it's the right of the people in terms of giving them that right to vote. And definitely, I look forward to November.
So how are we coming out in the East?
Good, man, good. Everything is going good, I think, the work continues as best as we can, trying to tie things up, work that has to be done that I want to finish. Of course, that carries on, and of course, like I said, we are getting ready for election now. And, one of the biggest challenges right now is looking towards the needs of our people. We've always looked at that, but right at this point in time, it's getting more personal, because, people really have it. It's not too easy for a lot of people, Checky. I think a lot of our public officers, they're okay because government has made that commitment to keep everybody on board and to assist in terms of ensuring they receive their salaries. But there's a lot of people out there that have been affected by this COVID. The mere fact that you have restaurants closed, for instance, that means a lot of people who work in these restaurants are no longer working. Look at the construction where it's limited to people. I mean, so it does impact people, and the whole idea of isolation and that, people who used to chop yards and that, I am sure that their work has diminished likewise. And so a lot of people are in one way or the other affected. Things don't stop. There are things that you have to deal with on a normal basis in terms of your rent, your light, your water, providing for your family, school bills. All of these things continue. And so, it creates a challenge for certain people. Not for all, but for certain people. And I think that at this point in time, we are there trying our best to see how we can assist our people through this time.
Yeah, it's a tough situation, Minister, and this is happening throughout the world.
Country.
I was talking to some of my colleagues there in Chetumal, and then they tell me things tough.
Tough, yeah, all over.
Things tough. It's not like we would want it to be, but you mentioned importantly about the restaurants, and I guess that persons that are out there that are not taking care of themselves, all the restaurants, the street vendors, people that are out there, construction, if we not continue to take care of ourselves, then this thing will remain the same, or it will get worse.
Yeah, kind of a serious issue, very serious. I think if you have seen we have had several people died since last we were here. I think you have maybe one or two more persons passed away because of COVID. So it's a serious situation, and we really have to take the precautions, And check it, talking about the COVID and all of this, I just want to take a little time right now to highlight the fact that last week we were here talking about the COVID, remember? I mentioned in terms of town hall.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? When we brought up the case about 3 persons we believe were exposed, etc., we got a call from the mayor. And the mayor called, and again, he was dishonest, and deceitful. And I could say that now because what we were saying at the end of the day happened. Right now, check it, there's 5 people who have been confirmed to be infected with COVID at Town Hall. Town Hall has been closed down. And the sad thing about this is that when we brought it up because nobody knew about this thing. And it was already, 2 weeks that this information that there was an infection at the Town Hall was there, existed. But the mayor downplayed this issue. The mayor did not reveal this issue to the public. And to me, that is and then he has the audacity to call and try to correct us, etc. when today it has been proven that there is now 5 cases, Checky.
Wow.
We don't know how many other people might have that there. And the reason we brought it up, Checky, was because of the fact that this is not John Jones' house. It's not your house, Checky. This is the town hall where people go for matters for traffic, go for matters for their land taxes, go for every single matter, everything that they have to deal with, liquor license, you name it. He as the mayor has a responsibility to this town. But they take these things very childish, you know. And I think that he has been dishonest to the people of this town, because he could have come up long time. But they never call for that thing come for try downplay it and say, oh, there's only one and we don't know and this and that. To me, that is just shows how irresponsible he is. And the question people need to ask right now, what has he done? We are hoping that he's going to put in tight protocols at that town hall, because, I mean, that town hall is the center of our town, yes or no? It is like, the hub of everywhere where business and everything goes to.
Yeah, it's like the
You
bank, you see,
understand
the Belize Bank closed down, and they made their statement, we are closing down and for quarantine purposes, and because you know the bank people in
You're
and out
right.
of the bank, but they made their statement that they are closing down because of the COVID situation.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So
And we have to highlight that here, because we're not to stigmatize or discriminate anybody, Checky. That of course has never been our intention. Because COVID could affect anybody. It could catch you, it could catch me, anybody. But what we were saying last week is that, listen, man, this is Town Hall. 2 weeks now, the mayor knows that there is an incident, there's a situation at Town Hall, and he did not inform anybody. He not put out no press release until late last week. He put out a press release. And right now, we have these cases at Town Hall, and he has not come forward to say anything further on this thing. This thing is serious business. We are trying to deal. Right now, the state has put certain regulations for you and me as law-abiding citizens in this country to abide by. Social distancing, ensure we have a mask. He has a responsibility to this town. And when he called for downplay it and big up himself, like, oh, he this and that, I think we allow him for just start crap, because at the end of the day, that was what he did. He never informed the public of what has happened 2 weeks, the information that has been there, what have they done about it, etc. Right now, Town Hall is closed. And we have 5 people infected. And to me, these things are serious, because the general public should have known from the first instant that this information had come to him as the mayor. He should have taken action. I don't know how much people more got infected out there, our population who goes to that place. And I think that, to me, that is gross neglect on his part. And I also think that he was dishonest when he called on this radio station and tell the public, oh, there's only one person, you the talk about 3, you don't know, etc. To me, that was childish, Checky, because we are here trying to inform the public, because this thing is of concern to every single person in this town, because it is not John Jones' house. This is the town hall, where everybody must go there for a license, for paying their taxes, whatever, and I think it is good that we highlight this today, because the public out there needs to know. And especially since he had called in last week, we need to make and clear the area, the air in terms of these things. And but I just mentioned it because, to me, when you look at it, it was just childish of him. But and at the end of the day, he needs to understand that this is not about politics. This is about what we are doing to be safe in this town of ours. And the town hall has a tremendous work to do. You look at public works. Public works have, I think, a number of people who were basically found to have COVID. Not a lot, I think. I don't remember the exact number, but there are 1 or 2 instances that came up. And what did the public works do? Public works shut down immediately. Why?
Yeah.
And sent people home to quarantine, just to ensure, take that precaution, because they are public works, they're out there, they're working, to ensure that the rest of the workers at public works don't get infected.
Yeah, this
immediately that happened, Checky. This we are talking about early this week, right? Yeah, this weekend, right? Yeah, and they are closed it down.
Yeah,
the mayor had that information with him lingering for nearly 2 weeks, and still did not inform the town of ours, this Orange Walk town, and he did not alert the people. And to me, that one neglect, and he has to take this seriously, so that when we bring it up here, it is because we kind of heard what the situation is. Maybe we never get the facts right, and I think we had it right in terms that it was at least 3 people that we have heard. Right now, it is 5 that have been confirmed to have this virus. So I just wanted to highlight that because listen to me, this responsibility of reducing the spread of COVID is everybody's business.
This thing kill, man.
Of course it kills, and might affect the young person go license the vehicle and thing, It will affect him when he goes home and he infects his grandparents or somebody who has an underlying health condition, and then what? It impacts him too. So this is something that we have seen across in terms of how COVID operates. So we have to have responsibility. We have to have a responsibility to our tongue, especially him as the mayor. I mean, Tongue Hall, is where everybody comes, so he has to take then those precautions, but they play with it. He play with it, and he's playing with people's lives. And I just wanted to highlight that today. I think it is shame and sadful that the way he has taken this on.
Yeah, and also, Minister, that we must say that they have a lot of people who really to take care of themselves.
Of course,
we got 1 or 2 persons where it seems not to care or maybe not understand until probably somebody close to them catch it. The forces had some hard times, especially when it comes to the city. People have party, and then know that some members there are infected, and they're not doing anything about it, just partying. That is out of order. But then some people don't really understand. Then got people say, "Oh, me not listen to radio, me not watch pan news." But they need to get themselves educated, man. Because this thing is not a playful thing.
Exactly, because Checky, there are people who are minding themselves. So I'm telling you,
yes, man.
I call people and somebody said, Mr. Aragon, I'm not registered yet, but I'm not going out there. I'm afraid. I am old. I have a certain age. I have an underlying health condition. I am not going to go there because why? Checky, we don't know who have the COVID virus. Mm-hmm. You could have the COVID virus and it doesn't affect you for nothing. You understand me? And you're out there and you spread this thing. So we have to all take precautions. And there's a lot of people out there, I know, especially the elderly and people with underlying health conditions who take care of themselves. And when you have, for instance, Tongue Hall, where everybody has to go for one reason or the other, and we are not being serious about COVID there, how would I put it to you? That's like one time bomb waiting to explode, and it has exploded. And I am just hopeful that, and thinking that, I'm hoping that a lot of infections have not spread because of these reasons,
Yeah.
Because if you demand yourself tricky and other people are there carefree, etc., we're not help the situation, because it will keep spreading. And that is why the social distancing rules in terms of the wearing of your mask, I think that is everybody's responsibility. You have to take it serious. If we don't take it serious, we will be dealing with this COVID for a very long time.
Yeah.
You look at what is happening in Mexico. I mean, you just have to watch the news. I think sometimes we see it and we don't get used to see it, and so we know they take it to heart. But I do think that
we can't lose that.
We can't lose that, and I think the government is ensuring that, trying to keep reminding people, listen, you have to be responsible for your own safety, for yourself, and for the safety of others. And I think if everybody do that, I think we can do a big dent in how this COVID spreads. But we have to do it, and it has to start somewhere, and especially the people in positions, the people in authority, has to set the example.
Yes,
Because right now they are within the night eve. You have parties where you have a lot of people might want to go together and hang out with their bodies and things. I tell you, me that one of them. I am a social person.
Yeah,
I have to say, you know what? I cannot do that.
This year, no.
I can't do it because I have to put it off. Because why? The probability that somebody has COVID and comes there, man, everybody going home with that COVID and everybody has spread it to their families and down the road. So, we have to understand the dilemma we are in right now in terms of this COVID pandemic, and I think it's important for us to be responsible to understand these things.
And Orange Arcanius, our cases are rising day by day.
We had just in San Felipe, I think, out of the 50 new cases that came up, 25 were in San Felipe alone.
Out of how much?
50.
25 was
25
for San Felipe.
were in San Felipe.
Man.
So there's we are having every day we are seeing the number go up. Right now we don't jump the 1,000.
Minister, and I'm sure that some of them person when they test and they test them positive, they're surprised.
Yes, because I know there are people who have spoken to over the phone and said, Mr. Aragon, I never know I had COVID. None at all. you know. But when it never affect me, but my family got affected. You know, you have in that case with Peralta right there. I spoke to the son just lately, and they're okay. They're okay. Not really, they affect them much, but it affected their dad. You know, and he already had an underlying condition. So what I'm saying is that we don't know. This COVID affects everybody differently, and it is dependent on on a large way in terms of what you're suffering before. Let's say you had a underlying condition in terms of suffer asthma, you had kidney problems, and that this COVID affects those things, you know, and we have to be very mindful, because like I said, sometimes we get tired of it and say, well, to hell with that, we don't worry about that, but we have to, because it is a pandemic out there, and it's not something where we could say, oh, it only they affect we, it's affecting all over the world, Jackie. And we have seen the experience in Mexico and Guatemala and other places where bodies line up, you know. So, you know, but like I say, I think a responsibility for everybody.
Well, it's 17 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Minister Aragon, Robert Cheque Usher, on this 9th of September, a very different one. Good morning to our folks in the East, listening to the East Radio. Good morning. You know, our number here to call is 302-2170. That's 302-2170. You can send your text message to 600-5769. You can do it via regular text or by WhatsApp as well. We'll be back after these messages right here on Norte Television Channel 10.
Why? Again. What? Hindi yet? No time to sleep then.
When you think about compassion, care and kindness, the area representative of Orange Walk East, Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr., immediately comes to mind. He has demonstrated through dedication and hard work that the people he represents are his priority. His work in Orange Walk East to deliver goods and services has been never-ending. Infrastructure, streets, water, land, social assistance, sports, and education are areas in which Mr. Aragon has focused and delivered to his people in the Orange Walk East. Honorable Aragon has lived a life of dedicated service to his country and people with an excellent track record. Orange Walk East deserves the best. So, for continued development, vote for Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr.
Honorable Elodio Aragon remains steadfast in his commitment of delivering on his pledge to the people of Orange Walk East. As a result, Palmar Village is receiving much needed attention. The main street that passes through the village, which has been eroded due to rains and use over time, has been upgraded by your area representative and the government of Belize. Street works will be ongoing in the area. Honorable Elodio Aragon and the government of Belize. Leadership that works.
Since 2014, Honorable Elodio Aragon has been quietly and consistently assisting deserving residents of Orange Walk East through a pantry program that he put together using personal resources and also with the support of generous business persons. It started with the distribution of 100 packages per month and has now doubled to 200 packages per month. The packages comprise of rice, beans, flour, and sugar, which are staples in any household and a great help to the recipients. During the state of emergency in the month of April, Honorable Aragon also prepared and delivered 3,000 food hampers to residents of Orange Walk East. In the first instance, 1,500 parcels were delivered, followed by 1,500 more 2 weeks later. This was done because Mr. Aragon was aware of the hardships some of the area residents were going through due to the COVID curfew. This is a man who cares. Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr., with you always.
Development comes through vision, dedication, and hard work. These qualities possessed by Honorable Elodio Aragon are in full display as he embarked in a project to open new streets in Carmelita Village. This will allow access to new landowners to their own little piece of the jewel. Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr. and the government of Belize, leadership that works.
Welcome back to the SugarCity Morning Show. Robert Checky Usher along with Minister Aragon. Minister, the UDP came back in power in 2008, but we saw that UDP Town Council start winning from 2006. From since then, the UDP has done a lot over the country, but some people are saying that, hey, you flip a coin and say, which one come? Two of them are the same.
I know I wouldn't want to think that in terms of the example that you have given in terms of the coin, because you're going to heads and you're going to tail.
You got my head
They're the same coin, right?
Yes.
But when you look at politics, it's amazing. I think yesterday the news broke, official news broke, and on the news outlets in terms of Channel 7, Channel 5, I think, that basically spoke on the official resignation or the retirement of Honorable
from politics.
Busa. Yeah, from politics, I don't know what to say with that one. All I can say is this, is that man hung on to that seat, my brother, till the last day, till he was there. I think they had to force his hand for make it let go. Because you never want to let go even with having gotten a stroke. And we're not the play on the fact of his health issue, because that could happen to anybody.
Anybody could get sick, right?
We are talking on the fact that this is about politics, where, he never left politics for nothing, and he was already over 70 odd years old, not wanting to leave politics and clinging on to power. He wanted to run for this election, and somebody must have forced his hand down. But that is not the sad part about it. You know what the sad part about it, Checky? Is that instead of the PUP open this thing up to try to get new blood, fresh blood for this thing, Ghana, got no convention, no nothing. They just hand it right down to his son. You understand me? And so now his son will be running in his place. Right? So I think that was out there. I think it is Mr. Usher who is running.
Okay.
And that is his son. But
you're Usher too,
Yeah, you're Usher too. I know your family, check it.
No, different.
Different Usher.
Different.
But, so, for me, I mean, like you said, the coin. Maybe they're the same thing in idea. That one coin. Don't worry if that the head or the tail.
Yeah.
But it is a coin, the same coin. And I think, these are the missteps that the PUP have made time and time again. And why I say missteps? I mean, from the moment they were booted out of office for all the corruption, the blatant corruption, the sickness that party, the PUP, has, they should have taken heed of the people's voices and clean up house. That means some of them who had to retire should have gone. But what they did, they came together and stood there in this mess, in this, this stink basket, and they huddled themselves in there.
So you could put it in a way to, Minister, like if you bad and your parents talk to you, and you listen to them, you take 5 cents today out of your purse. Next day you take $1 out of your purse and then put it out of your house. Yeah. Right? For you to go back in there, you have to get clean up.
Yes, and not only that, but what they have done, the PUP not listen to the people of this country. They were so corrupt, and yet that the same people right now who are running for political office, they're like, you know, this and bad man going, yet you put in you put in the same basket there.
Why they don't want to leave?
You know, it is because power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. When you look at Johnny Brisson, them are millionaires, you know, millionaires. I know they talk this out of my mouth. This is out of my mind just like that. I did tell you because it is a fact. Them got everything, you know. They're like an octopus in this tongue. They control everything, from the GH juice to where you buy out every morning, to the fact that the center, to radio station, cable, TV, a gas station, you name it, they have control in everything. And a serious money. You know, smart, you name it, they need everything. So it is not about money for them, you know. This is about power. And to me, it is sickening to understand this thing, you know, and that is why the PUP is where it is right now. I'm going to take this call.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Listening to your show, no, very interesting. And I heard something that Mr. Aragon said that Mr. Said Musa is retiring from politics, and he's handing over his position to fellow Usher. And he claimed that Mr. Musa's son, and he's just handing over the reins to someone else that's in the family. But let's look at the United Democratic Party too. You have the Prime Minister retiring from politics too, but he's handing over his reins to his Sister B. Then you have his son is again giving a standard bearer position in the United Democratic Party. So you're just handing over the situation, and in your case,
yeah, but you're not the handover because I'm not the. No, sir. Sir. Listen to me, sir. You are totally wrong on that because I did not get into politics after my father left. Please, no. Sir.
Barry is handing over to Sister B.
No, man, no. Listen to me.
Then you have Shine is handing over from his uncle. So let's
no, listen to me. You have to listen. No, yeah, we always speak this truth. And yes.
I'm just seeing the facts.
Yes.
Thank you.
No problem, sir. Thank you. All right. You know, and this is where we have to highlight these things, Sheke, because of course I want to look at it. For me, I got into politics not after my father left. For many years, my father retired from politics.
And you run a convention as
and
a
I had to run a convention, a contested convention, to be where I am right now, to represent the people of the Orange Walk East Division. My father left politics, 25, 30 years ago. Musa has not left a day out, and he has already put another Musa. That is two different things. Right? You talk about Dean Barrow. Dean Barrow is leaving. I guess his sister they run. I can't argue about that. I mean, what is. But when you look at Shine Barrow has taken up a position at different area, not his father's area. You understand me? And when you look at the Musa, you got how much of the kids know they run there in position right now. You understand me? That two of the kids they run. So listen to me. What I'm trying to get at is that, listen, when you look at Musa, they're not somebody whether just a good politician where you say, my God, what he has done for this country, the good things. He don't do nothing good. To a large extent, what Musa has done, he is the epitome of what you should not do as a leader in politics, of the corruption, of the blatant lies that he has done to this nation. You understand me? And you know, to me, the opportunities that the PUP had, they have missed because they could have put good people to run in these positions. How you want to expect the people of this nation to look and say, make I support Mr. Briseño, make I support Musa, make I support Hyde, Fonseca's Marines, when these were people who were the architects of corruption? How you want to have the same people running? And you know what are the thing will hit your heart, Chicky? Is that they come to you and tell you we are reformed, we are a new party. And of course the PUP and jump up and try to support and defend these people. And we have to be real. How you want to defend people like Musa and Briseño, who basically sold out this country, all our national assets. You want to get up and defend them people, yeah? Huh? That's not like if you're a good leader, hand over to his son, who the one will do good things. That like Barrow. Barrow has done great things for this nation. And now that he is going in, the hand down to his sister, so you could say, well, at least from something good, we're going to maybe something better. Not with Musa. Musa was bad, and he's going and has done to his son, which one get worse. This is the difference between the UDP and the PUP. It is what the party can stand on. And the PUP right now, this PUP party, is not the same PUP party of the past, of the George Price era. And people must understand this. It is not the same of the PUP era in terms of when George Price was there. And I repeat it, you know why, Chucky? Because listen to me. Every party come. The two main political parties in terms of the UDP and the PUP. Right? PUP started out with George Price, and a lot of people out there could say, you know, George Price was a good man. He did what was right for this country, blah, blah, blah. You know, we can't take that way.
Yeah.
A lot of people term him as the father of the nation. We can't take that way neither.
That's in stone.
Exactly. You understand me? But the PUP that is running today under the leadership of Johnny Briseño, Musa's, Fonseca's, Marin, is not the same of the past. It's not the same of George Price. It's not the same philosophy. Why? They have proven time and time again of their corrupt ways, man. And we have to end that now. Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Chucky. Morning, Mr. Aragon.
Morning, Mr. Bruya.
Morning, sir.
Okay, man. Watch out, Mr. Aragon.
Yeah.
It was right, sir, to say that Musa and the whole like picnic there. We're back side Musa's son gone outside without none of the PUP that may apparently them they know because they never put it for the year. We're back Karim gone, you know, gone to China. What are China? China is known as a communist country. That's the way they were heading. That's the way the PUP were heading the release country for communist. It is show exactly that's the way they want. That's the way they fight for power. To run the country into communist. Then they talk about IMF. Man, the way up, you hear how much? 147 Jamaican dollars to one American dollar. We got two to one, man. So what are you about? IMF is not good for our country. Belizean people no hope, no eye.
That's right.
None of them. They should have get. Anyway, I'm not going further. I believe God will punish Musa for where he do the country. That's for one where they can't be a conqueror and the country have to pay. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Mr.
Karim
Boya.
is Said's son as well.
Yes, Karina is son too. And so, you see, this is what I'm saying. If there's something good it come from, like I say, like my dad ran politics. My dad, I think he's one of the best politicians that ever was, you know, honest.
But you never take up no rain for him, right?
No, I don't take no rain from him. It was 30 years after he left political office that I got in. And I tell you the truth, Checky, I never really want to run in a politics, you know. I've done it because I feel that I can do something good for my community. That is why I got into politics. I was hesitant, you know. Now, not like you can't compare that to Musa. Musa has not stepped down a day and his son not take up already. You understand what they tell you? And they're not something good. They're not where you come from good grounds. You know, you expect that, well, the son might do better because he come from the same line. You know? What has transpired with Musa is he could have made an opportunity to somebody to step into that place, somebody new, to do something good, to bring fresh blood to the PUP. But this is a sickness in the PUP right now. And they are trying to lie the Belizean people by coming up and say, and they stop already because they realize alone crap they talk out there. When they talk to people about, oh, we are give free education for here to university, oh, we are the health system, etc. We are do this. Check it, people see right through their lies. They see it. And when they talk about, oh, we reformed, etc., listen to me. The PUP right now under Johnny Briseño, like I was mentioning, is not the same PUP of the past. And the PUPs out there understand this, you know. That party should have reformed a long time ago. Johnny Briseño should have told all of them people, Musa and all of those Fonseca and that guys, on a tender on a resignation along with myself for the greater good of the party. They did not do that. But yet they come now, bearing down on an election and saying, you know what, we that the PUP vote for us. How the hell you have vote for one group of people like that who have literally sold your country under your foot? Huh? Basically swipe all your national assets and sold it off. How you expect for one to gain the confidence of the Belizean people to say, make I vote for the same bunch of people that literally stole and made me broke? How you do that? You know?
Hello, good morning.
Mr. Aragon, good morning. One question, Mr. Aragon.
Yeah, my brother.
This PUP crowd, you think they thief?
Well, my brother, I didn't even have to tell you that question. You know that what the PUP has done throughout the time, right? The PUP has literally, when you talk about the super bond, when you talk about all our national assets that were basically sold off, Tricky, it's only thanks to the United Democratic Party who have gotten back WASA, who have gotten back our registries, who have gotten back our BTL. When you look at SMART, SMART is only there because of the secret accommodation agreement. Corruption. Listen to me. It is the UDP who stands with the poor people from day one. And that is why I'm a part of the UDP. Because I know said the UDP perfect. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. Right? But I'm saying that when you compare UDP to PUP, the difference is like night to day. And that is the marked difference.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Chike. Hope you're doing okay, Minister.
Yeah, morning.
Good
Morning.
Right before the first puppet called, that's one of the many puppets that the PUP has. Minister, you were talking about the control that the Britannians have here in Orange Rock, and the overall control, the power-hungry PUPs, the entire country. That gentleman that called, the first gentleman, that's the clean example of what the control of power, right, and keeping the power in just a couple families is all about. They create puppets like that one. They manipulate information, and because they own the powerful media houses, that is what they sell out there to our Belizeans. And they brainwash them. So whenever they read anything on those media outlets, that's the first thing that they will believe and they will tackle. And that is the problem of having those superpowers. And that is what, for God's sake, we hope we don't go back to. You imagine the PUP winning, SMART and BTL belonging to them? Oh, no. Not at all. Minister, you are doing great. The UDP is a great party. We believe in them, and we will get back.
Thank you, Carla.
You mentioned not only today, Minister, that you know that the United Democratic Party, and no party is perfect.
None, not here, not even in the Great United States, you know.
But how do you believe that message will get to the day-to-day voters? So on election day, on election day, a lot of people make up their mind on a day what they do. Right?
Well, I think this time around, Checky, I'll be frank with you. I mean, if you're looking at where the UDP has taken this country, nobody can deny it. It is undeniable. It is something you see every day. It's only the blind man can see, and when it comes in this regard. You look at the infrastructural work that this government has put out. You look at where this government has stood with the people. I mean, it's undeniable. Anywhere you go, you across this country from north to south, you see the kind of development, you can see the kind of work, the kind of management that this government has done for this country right now. I don't say perfect. It's not even me perfect. I make mistakes too. You understand me, Checky? But that is life. But at the end of the day, you know that we are moving forward with the UDP. When you look at PUP, who want to go back to Musa? Who want to go back to Johnny Briseño? And Johnny Briseño can't wash his hand on this, because he had his hand in the cookie jar all the while. He was the deputy prime minister when the worst corruption ever in the history of this country took place. He was part and parcel of everything. SMART, you think, who you think owns SMART? I know he owns SMART too. They had their hand in the cookie jar in terms of this corruption. They were part of the secret accommodation agreement with BTL. They have been in government for 10 years, and it was the worst 10 years of this country. You understand? And what I will say is this. They are here asking people, vote us back in. Well, my brother, me, if I was not in politics, I go say I was not a candidate running, they could have never get my vote. Why? How you all come to me and come with all them kind of gimmicks and lies and try to show and wash off to me, telling me that we are reformed, that we are the better party? How you want to be the better party when you should have cleansed yourself? You should have removed and resigned and allowed young blood leaders to come up. That PUP party would have been a better party. No. But they have not done that. They have failed to do that. And you know why they have failed to do that, Checky? Because man like Johnny Briseño, we got millions of dollars already that he has gotten, and how he has gotten it is out there for everybody to know. why he's so keen on running again? Because it's about power. And then you are telling me that Johnny Briceño, after so much years, love the people so much still that he want to do great things for the people. I don't think so. He wants to do great things for himself and his family and his cronies. That is the PUP right now under Musa, Fonseca, Marin, Hyde, Espats, you name it. That is what they are right now. And you know who are tech for clean this? Not be them. Because they cannot see far enough right now because of the power hungry people that they are right now. They are grasping on for the last straw. Then they push it out there for say, let us, hopefully people give them one break. But the Belizean people will not give them that break right now because of who they are, what they have done in the past, Checky. That are no grounds for a good future. So people not going there. And I will tell you this right now. The only way the PUP will change right now is for the people to make them understand that this time around, we know they support you. You go back, and then you come back. And you come back without Musa, without Briceño, Marines, Espats, and then you come back then. And then you could say, we are now reformed, we got new blood, etc. Then the people could consider you and say, maybe we could give you a chance. But right now, not a chance in hell, Checky. Not a chance in hell, because if you put them people back, you could say goodbye to this country, especially during where we are going right now in terms of this COVID situation. Listen to me. When you have the leader of the opposition who wants to be the next prime minister, walk out on the country, walk out on the people on terms of the National Oversight Committee, what does that tell you? He don't have no heart and love for the people of this country. He is only there for his own political gain and personal gain. To me, that is not good. Not good for this country. And that is why I say, they should have gone long time and allow a new breed of politicians or leaders in the PUP to emerge. They had an opportunity right here with Musa. And what they did, they just took up his son. Why? They want to keep this power in the family, brother. Huh? I know they said this, that people can't say, well, oh, with Prime Minister and his son and the data, but then are two different scenarios. Shine come down and he work for a long time for the day. What has Usher done? Usher was the party chairman. You understand me? Musa has been there for decades on end. Briceño has been there on decades on end. And what do they have on their record? Nothing but corruption, dishonesty, and lies. How do you move forward as a party like that? How you move? You can't. And for them to come and try to swipe people's eyes and telling people, oh, free education, free healthcare and that, listen to me. I don't think John Jones out there, the public, is buying that. I think the public understands where the United Party has brought them, where we are going, and they want stability, they want honest leadership to move forward. And I will tell you, Prime Minister of the left, Patrick Farber is the party elect right now. Party leader right now. And together, I am confident that the United Democratic Party will continue to move this country forward. You could see it across this country. You understand me? With the PUP, what you say? All you say was bloated contracts. All you say was corruption. All you said about deals. And who had to pay for that at the end of the day? It was the Belizean people. And I know they have to say that there's not, the UDP is so perfect, majestically perfect. No, there are issues, of course. But you can't compare that when you compare that to the PUP. And I've always said it, man. We have to be real in this world. And Musa and Briceño there and the whole crowd, they can't see that. And they will never see it because in front of their eyes, all they see is power. It is the Belizean people who have to make it right for them, and put them to pasture. And when you put them to pasture, that is the only way the PUP can step up. Right now, they can't step up. And they will not step up, Checky, because of what they have done at the same players. You will never, in 1,000 years, put the man will rob your house and burglarize your house for mine your house. You would never do that. Yep. So how you think the Belizean people have put the PUP back in office? No, saying all that, Minister, for a party to declare victory, we have 31 seats, so we need 16 seats. That's right.
Saying all that, what's the party position in convincing the electorate of Belize to go along those guidelines that you're saying about the opposition right now and give this United Democratic Party a next chance?
Well, definitely. I think the party has to stand on what it has done. I mean, people will judge you from the work you have done, Checky. They look at you in terms of how you have managed, how you have done things, what you have done for the nation, and your plans for the future, your realistic plans. I think the United Democratic Party has done a tremendous work on this. And I will tell you because, there are colleagues every day that I know that are out there fighting for their people, standing with their people. For us in the East, right, this are every day that work for we. Because why? That is our commitment. We have made a commitment to the people. And if you make one commitment, then you have to stand by that commitment. You can't
made that
walk
commitment
away.
and
You understand?
the residents from the East gave you that opportunity.
That's right. Yes, they give us that opportunity. It's an opportunity.
They give you the job.
That's right. And if we want to keep this job, then we have to continue work. Because at the end of the day, the people are your employers. You don't get employed for manage them, It is them who have given you that opportunity to do well by them and for them. And that's how we have to stand. And if we fail and the people figure you're not the right leader, then there's the constitutional every 5 years election that they can voice their opinion.
How do you see your other colleagues working? I know it's hard to be in their constituents.
Right. But I will tell you, across the country, Checky, I know men and women who have been working hard for this party. They are out there. I know because I talk to them and I listen to their challenges and all, and it's the same all wrong. They are working and concerned about their people. And at the end of the day, this UDP party is about love, Checky. It is about love for the people, for the common person out there. And life is not fair, I've always said this. Life has never been fair. The moment you ban, you either ban black, white, Chinese, you name it. You either ban rich, poor, middle class. You either ban to parents who are educated or uneducated. You have no choice in those things. What you have a choice is on how you're going to lead that life when you can make your certain decisions. And the Belizean people right now, every election, every general election, they have the right to decide who they want. And at the end of the day, I always believe that the Belizean people will do what is right for this country. You know why? Because we love this country called Belize. We love ourselves as Belizeans. And at the end of the day, you want to put the right people that will do well for this country. And I'll tell you right now, the only party right now that can do this is the United Democratic Party, because it has proven leadership. It has proven to the Belizean people the tremendous amount of work that it has done. It is not perfect, but man, when you look at the PUP, you want to put Musa, you want to put Briseño, you want to put that whole kit of people who have proven what they are good at, which is corruption, and deceitfulness and things. You want to put them people there? I don't think so, Checky. I don't think the Belizean people will do that. These people need to go and come back. And like come back with new blood. Again, no? Yes, they need for wheel and come again. And the Belizean people, if they can't do it on their own, the Belizean people will let them understand this election that is what they need to do. And I will always say this, because we live in a community who are PUP and UDP, Checky, and I now have no problem with that. You know why?
Is your pressure going up?
Never. I have no problem with that. You know why, Checky? Because we're a community. Not everybody like you, Checky. Not everybody like Aragon either, and I accept that. Yeah. And I have friends who are PUP. I have no problem with that. I got enough respect for them.
You know, got no problem
because
with
not everybody could be UDP and not everybody could be PUP.
We need the democracy.
That's right. We need the democracy, and I will say this because I've always said it. The PUP of the past, in terms of Judge Price era, is not the same PUP today, and people must understand that. And I'm not saying that the UDP, right now, when you hear I said the UDP is the best party, no, it is because that is the truth. No, I don't know what will happen next 10, 15 years from now or whatever. Maybe the UDP have to go through a same process, maybe like the PUP. Me no know. You understand me? Check it. But what is a fact right now is that the UDP party right now is the best option for this country. It is the only option for us to continue with the progress and the kind of work that is necessary to build our country. We can't put that responsibility in the hands of PUP right now. Not under Briseño, not under the Musas, Marines, Fonsecas, the Spats. We cannot do that, Checky. Because no matter what they tell you, oh, we got 1 or 2 lean new blood, then there's nothing in the play in terms of who are at the helm of the PUP right now and who are desperate for power. So, for the Belizean people out there, I will say this. Election is coming in November. You have to think long and hard in terms of who you want to lead this country. And I will tell you, if you are objective and you think this thing through out, no way in hell will you give the PUP this chance. And like I've always said, these PUP that are here leaders now are not the same PUP that represented Judge Price era. No. Because of other PUPs come down the road, but not them crowd there. Not in crowd there. And the Belizean people must understand that. Stay firm. Stay with the UDP because the United Democratic Party is championing your cause day in and day out. And that ain't idea, this is the best option for this country as we want to move this country forward, Jackie.
Folks, we will be taking a break. It's 17 minutes after 8. We want to say once again good morning to the good people of Orange Walk East. Listen to us right now on 104.9 East Radio. Minister Aragon, we have the East here in the house today, folks. It's the 9th of September. And we'll be taking a break right now. And we'll be back after these messages right here on North Television Channel 10.
Development comes through vision, dedication, and hard work. These qualities possessed by Honorable Elodie Aragon are in full display as he embarked in a project to open new streets in Carmelita Village. This will allow access to new landowners to their own little piece of the jewel. Honorable Elodie Aragon Jr. and the government of Belize, leadership that works.
Since 2014, Honorable Elodie Aragon has been quietly and consistently assisting deserving residents of Orange Walk East through a pantry program that he put together using personal resources and also with the support of generous business persons. It started with the distribution of 100 packages per month and has now doubled to 200 packages per month. The packages comprise of rice, beans, flour, and sugar, which are staples in any household and a great help to the recipients. During the state of emergency in the month of April, Honorable Aragon also prepared and delivered 3,000 food hampers to residents of Orange Walk East. In the first instance, 1,500 parcels were delivered, followed by 1,500 more 2 weeks later. This was done because Mr. Aragon was aware of the hardships some of the area residents were going through due to the COVID curfew. This is a man who cares. Honorable Elodie Aragon Jr., with you always.
Honorable Elodie Aragon remains steadfast in his commitment of delivering on his pledge to the people of Orange Walk East. As a result, Palmar Village is receiving much needed attention. The main street that passes through the village, which has been eroded due to rains and use over time, has been upgraded by your area representative and the government of Belize. Street works will be ongoing in the area. Honorable Elodie Aragon and the government of Belize. Leadership that works.
When you think about compassion, care and kindness, the area representative of Orange Walk East, Honorable Elodie Aragon Jr., immediately comes to mind. He has demonstrated through dedication and hard work that the people he represents are his priority. His work in Orange Walk East to deliver goods and services has been never-ending. Infrastructure, streets, water, land, social assistance, sports, and education are areas in which Mr. Aragon has focused and delivered to his people in the Orange Walk East. Honorable Aragon has lived a life of dedicated service to his country and people with an excellent track record. Orange Walk East deserves the best. So, for continued development, vote for Honorable Elodie Aragon Jr.
welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Minister, give me a break so I can read some text here this morning. So Johnny put his brother George to run in the north and the people rejected him. Next one here is saying, good morning, good morning. Okay. Minister, maybe you don't know, but I have already received my contribution from the government for the COVID-free. Okay, that's good news.
That's good
He
news.
said, Lee Chi want to feel like he win Aragon. Never. I own the people talk bad for money from the council. Some people like put their text in a Creole. Talk Creole, no, but it hard for read. Okay, birthday greetings going out to granddaughter Sasha Garcia is completing 4th birthday here in the Blackwater area. And this next one, Minister, thanks for the help that you help us with the farm. We have already received money in the account. And you know, like big up yourself, right? But some people don't get.
Yes, man, that's good. And
Yeah, good news.
and,
I'm glad we hear that.
and Chicky, this is what I'm talking about, leadership. You see, the United Democratic Party, the government, the priority right now is looking how we could help our people, how we could help small business. Right now, the farmers are going to get a lot of money.
Oh yes.
You know, a
Even
lot of
the women
support.
farmers.
Yes, everybody who's a farmer basically they get help nearly. And then you look at people's small businesses are getting a little help. Then you look at the unemployment relief fund. They're not a lot. I know it's about a lot of money, man, but at least the government is reaching out because they understand the situation. When you look at the food pantries, when Santa Marta and all those villages were in lockdown, Human Development went in there and gave everybody that. They're not PUP or UDP. This, you know,
Across
this is
the
a
board.
government for the people. And that is where I say you have that distinction between the UDP and the PUP, because the PUP would have never have done what the UDP government is doing right now.
Government should not
You understand
should
me?
not operate as a party.
Exactly.
Operate as a
We have
government.
to know when to separate that kind of political things from that of what is best for our country and our people. And that is the distinction that the United Democratic Party can do, because that is true leadership. Check. You think Musa and Briseño made it? You think they may do? They may ensure that the PUPs, they may use this as politics. And that is why when you look at the UDP right now, and everybody will getting pantry or they getting assistance, financial assistance, or getting help here or there from the government, it is because this government is thinking about the people. Right now, you have an initiative that is going to come out from the Ministry of Education where they are looking to get tablets to assist students so that this online courses that are being done, because we have to be real.
That's a major need right
you
now.
know, major need. I know, because poor people come to me and say, I'm going to need this, need help for get this, for buy that, to complete that. I know the situation, Checky. But who has the people at heart right here? It is the UDP government, and right now Patrick Faber is working to get this so we could help out our students at school. Checky, this is a great thing. And this is where the people in the UDP always, it's about love for the people and looking at what is best to assist our people. The PUP operate on a totally different scale. And that is why right now, when you're under the leadership of Briseño, why I hit it hard? Not personal. I could see Briseño, we could shake hand and talk. It's not personal. We have to be real. This is about our country and our people. And we're in a political time right now, leading up to a general election. We have to make people understand this situation. And people PUPs might say, oh, Aragon just talk for talk. I not talk for talk. When I say that the PUP right now under the leadership of Briseño and Musa's them does not carry the same philosophy of Judge Price days, because that is a true fact. And good PUPs out there who are objective thinkers could tell you that that is a reality.
Do you think that would have happened?
And you know why that has happened? Because they have not heeded the advice of the people of this country when they were booted out of office. Basically, when they kick you out of corruption and that, when they tell you for go, wheel back and come back again, fresh, come back with a new mandate. They have not done that, Chicky.
Yeah, that was in 1984
yes.
when UDP did. Well, the
Not
people
1984
was the first
right.
one with Honorable Manuel Esquivel. It's not the UDP. The people of Belize swept for the United
Exactly, and
Democratic
the party had to go and reform and come back.
Yeah.
You understand? And the party has lot of new blood right now. Look at the UDP. Lot of new blood they run in the UDP. And these are the important factors people have to watch. You look at what we are doing through COVID. Briseño walked out on the people. walked out, abandoned the people for he didn't worry about go put up banners and big signs across this country, as opposed to being concerned of the people and staying in the National Oversight Committee to be a co-chair, with the Prime Minister, to look at making the right decisions for the people. He walk out on people.
But you don't think, Minister, it was something good on his part, not to walk out, but to say, okay, I'm going to work with my people, and he's going around visiting people?
Yeah, well, I don't know which kind of visit though, because I watch all of the visits way out there, and to me, he could have served the nation by being there in the fire, in the foxhole, fighting this battle against
right
COVID-19.
there is where the decisions are
Of
made
course.
for the betterment
Of course, you understand me? He can walk out. Why? Because if he is there, he can't bash the government. You understand me? This is for his own personal political gain when he left the National Oversight Committee, and that is a fact. We not invent that, Checky. That is a fact. He walked out. He made it public knowledge on national TV that he is walking out on the National Oversight Committee because he will deal with politics. There are no two ways about that. That tells you what is his priorities. And not about the people of this country. It is not what people are going through with this COVID. I live it every day, Checky, and I try my best to help people. And this is the marked difference between the UDP of today and the PUP right now. Yeah. And that is what people have to understand, because it is important, Checky, we are going to an election. You know what, if you put back the PUP, let's say you're giving one break, the same people who were burglaries in the night, and put them back. Tell me where we're going, my brother. Like when we talk about lineage in terms of from one person to the other, like Musa to his son. You can't compare Dean Barrow and his sister. You know, Dean Barrow, what? Dean Barrow has done well for this country. So you expect that good things will come with his sister.
Sister B has
You
done
can't
her
expect
work.
from bad you're going to good. You understand me?
Yeah, Sister B has done her work in the area.
Of course.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Robert Chakiosha and Honorable Minister.
Good morning, Robert.
Sir.
Good morning, Robert.
Morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning. I am just calling to say that I am full supported with the Honorable Eloy Aragon for this coming election, because I know he's a hard-working leader. He has done so much for this East community, and there are some people who are still blind who cannot see. But I know that there are a lot of fake profiles trying to pick up the People's United Party. Very lot of fake profiles, and because the UP are so afraid that they will lose this election, what they are trying to do to try to get fake people to support them and to make it look like they have supporters. But the People's United Party, nobody believes in them, because every time an election comes, they give the same false political promises and go in there and keep our millions upon millions from the tax poor people, right? So we the Belizean people will not give the PUP another chance to go and see for again, right? So we are hearing that the Right Honorable Said Musa is retired for electoral politics. But I wonder how he is retired for electoral politics when they don't bring back 10 million what John Briceño tells Julian and the world that they have stolen from the Belizean people. This is what, and it appears to be that in Belize City we have the Musa royal family. In Orangewark we have the royal cartels in Orangewark who are supporting the People's United Party, right? So I am saying to the Belizean people, we don't need the royal cartels in Orangewark. We don't need the Musa royal family in Belize City for the Belizean people. What we need a government that works. I, as a Belizean, with a 65-year-old Belizean, have seen these both governments, in both parties in government. The People's United Party has not do quarter of the infrastructure that this present United Democratic Party government have done. I can probably say to my family, my people, and the world that my government of the United Democratic Party has put in the infrastructure, and I say, very good, well done, thank you very much, Honorable Dean Barrow, and the Prime Minister of this country, and other leaders of the United Democratic Party for putting in the work for the Belizean people. I will continue to be proud of being a UDP, and I continue asking my family, my friends, and everybody, including John Briceño and Said Booth and all of them, please vote for the United Democratic Party. It's the only way this country will go forward. With the People's United Party, this country has no way to go but to be backward and enriching Ashcraft and certain colleagues of the People's United Party. Good morning and thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Carla.
Yeah, Minister. When it comes to registration continues, right?
Right. And I think it's good for us to highlight this because from what I've been told, election and boundaries will operate until the 11th, which is Friday.
Friday.
Last day that you can register.
So you can register after Friday, but you won't make the list.
You won't make the list to be able to vote. So the cutoff date for all voters, if you're not registered already, if you're 18 years of age, you need to go and register. You only got today. We got tomorrow,
tomorrow,
and Friday to go and register. So please do so. You know, that is your sacred right. It's not a privilege, you know. You got a right from when you're born as a Belizean. That is your sacred right. And I've always told people, this is the only chance you have in terms of voicing your opinion in terms of general election. So please, if you're registered and you want to participate in the elections, you want to vote and participate, then please, you must register to be able to do so.
But you have to be 18.
You have to be 18 years of age to
How
register.
persons that are nationalized, Minister?
They can vote likewise. They have to just go in and register.
All they need to do is to take their documentation.
Right. Once they have to, just take their documentation and they can register.
Persons that will be registering in the east, where do they go?
They go right to the Election and Boundaries Office that caters to both the south and the east electoral areas. And that is right beside Chansey, where the pharmacy is.
Same building.
Same building. It's right downstairs, right behind Shell.
If someone needs some kind of information, documentation, or how to register, is there any assistance you're giving, information to help them?
Yes, definitely. I have always said if you need help to register, you can call us, our office at 322-3278. Our secretary will answer the phone and we will see what we can do for you. Definitely, we ask everybody in our division, please, especially our UDPs, go out and register, man. By registering, you'll be able to cast your vote, And remember, election is in November, cutoff date is Friday. So just informing everybody, please take the time. It is your sacred duty and right, I think, to be able to be registered so you can vote, And we look forward to having you in the East. So please, if you don't need only assistance, maybe you're living far and you need only ride, do not hesitate to call us at 322-3278.
So if somebody's 17 right now, but then birthday that tomorrow,
then could go register.
Friday, then they could go register.
Register Friday, right away. Yeah. You have to be 18 years of age.
Okay, and the elections and boundaries, they operate from 8 until 4, no?
Right. Well, I think they're going up to 5 right now.
Up to 5.
Yeah. Okay. So we only have basically 2 days more.
Yeah, and
today
I know
and Friday.
Miss Paula Dawson told us the last time she's asking persons to go and register early.
Yeah, early.
Because one time that
they don't wait already, but
that the last day if we go register, that one time persons are going and then the lines they get long. Well, the curfew is that on again because she said that sometimes they are out there until 9-10 at night.
Yeah, I know.
So try to go early, folks. Try to go early because remember the lines are long because you have to have that social distancing as well in the line.
Right.
So close-off date for registration is on Friday. Do you have any speculation of election date?
Well, the election, by law, by the Constitution, it has to be in the month of November. I think the Prime Minister has, at the most he can push it back is, I think, 60 days.
Looks like he has no intentions of that.
No, and I don't think, I am for one that always believe that we must abide by our Constitution. The Constitution is there for a purpose. In the People's Act, it is stipulated when elections should be called. And I think we should adhere to the Constitution as best as possible. And yes, we have COVID this year, but I do think, make we be real, this COVID might be with us right up, wait till maybe mid next year. Mm-hmm. Do we forego our Constitution? I say no. We must abide by the Constitution, by the People's Act, and we must have the election. The people must have that right that is given to them as a Belizean, born Belizean, to be able to cast their votes. And I think we should carry out, and therefore, as far as I'm concerned, Jackie, election is in November.
Okay. The government of Belize, along with the Oversight Committee, has made a decision to open the airport on the 1st
of October.
What's your views on that?
Jackie, with we have to open. It's not a matter of debating if it is prudent for us to do. I think it is something we have to do. It's all about the timing. Right now we have pushed it back from August, and now we are
September one time.
Yes, and then now October.
That's a fixed date, though.
Well, that is a fixed date. Remember, there's only and that is why I say the responsibility to combat this COVID is on each one of us. We need to open the airport for many reasons, not only the tourism, but you're talking about the amount, the free flow of people, business, you name it,
Yes.
In Belizeans, we have to go out and make the arrangements and all of these things, for everything, medical
Minister,
reasons.
When the
you name
airport open, it's not only to bring people home or to bring tourists. People can travel from Belize to
Yes,
boat as
and
well,
that,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Right now, I will tell you, there's a lot of countries, because people maybe not follow it up, but that not only Belize, the airport closed, other countries have the airports closed too. Check it. This is now an isolated situation where we deal with social distancing, wearing a mask, airport closed, difficulties in our country because of COVID. This is happening all over the world, A lot of Caribbean countries, airports are closed.
Not like we're going
A lot of big countries, Venezuela, you look at other countries, their airports are closed. Yeah. So this is a serious situation. And the question is, for every country, when do we open our airports? Belize has set a date for October. We need to get it open. There's a lot of things important when you have that airport open. And so I think that I'm hopeful that it will be open on the 1st October, but like we have seen, things could change from night to day. Imagine we have people that drop like flies. You understand me? Then the government has to look. And this is not something that I could open one book and find one guideline what to do. No, these things are unwritten. Yeah. We have never dealt with a pandemic like this in the history of this country as far as I could remember. Maybe long before I came into this world, maybe, I don't know. But as long as I could remember, we have never dealt with a situation like this. And I'm just glad to know that the UDP in our government right now, because the UDP is taking care as best as possible, looking after the affairs of the people in this country in a manner that I would want to say will see us through this pandemic.
But then, Minister, we have to take our personal responsibilities as well.
Of course. This is where we have discussed that, Checky. I believe it is a personal responsibility. We have to mind and protect ourselves and help protect others. And if everybody think that way and everybody adhere to these things, I think we minimize the how this COVID spreads, And that is why I say people who are in certain positions, like in Town Hall, people have to take responsibility there, because that is not just a John Jones house. This is a Town Hall where people come. So they have to ensure they put in the right protocols, adhere to strict protocols, because you are dealing with the public. Any institution that deals with the public must take this on, whether it be Town Hall, whether it be WASA, whether it be the banks, anywhere where the public goes, you must put in and stick to strict guidelines, because you play a key role in terms if you allow that infection for spread, you don't know how much people you infect. You understand? So it is a responsibility, not only personal responsibility, but entities must have that responsibility likewise at a greater level, I think, And so I think it is important, and I think that if everybody do their shares, then we will reduce the spread of the COVID. Like right now, the night, we are social beings, Checky.
Yeah.
I don't want to call my buddies and say, pull up, make we have one little thing here, make we wait out the night, and
It's a hippie beret.
But we can't do that right now, Checky. I can't bring a whole heap of people in my house. I can't do that. Or I can't go and say, make we throw a party and bring a whole, because then I am not being responsible, And I think that we have to be careful of this thing, because the COVID, might affect you and me, we're young. Mm-hmm. It will affect other people, and we have to be conscious of these things, But, I guess...
Any update about the ongoing projects in the East?
Yes, well, like I said, the work continues. I think the work at the Louisiana school.
Well, that's construction. No?
Yeah, construction. And construction has been basically a pullback, very limited amount of people working on the construction sites right now. That continues. Apart from that, right now, like I mentioned, I think a couple of weeks ago, or a time back, in terms of the new police station for Carmelita, we had about, I think from late last year, we had about 450,000 already geared up for the construction of a ferro-concrete building at the Carmelita village. to build a police station that will become the hub for all the villages in the east. That cannot be realized at this point in time in terms of the monies that were there. Government monies, government don't pull those monies to continue to be able to sustain the employment budget that they have and to meet with other more essential needs that is required at this point in time due to COVID. But that's the sad news. But the good news is that I've been able to basically, how would I put it to you, been able to scrape up some of the finances, and we will still put a building. It's not going to be for concrete, but it's going to be a wooden structure, a nice building, good size, any which way, so we can still have a police station, and we have 2 barracks for police that will be working there. So we will still have that set up, and that should be coming in at the end of this month.
How important is this to have a police station in Carmelita?
Very, very important, because of the economic activity that will take place there. You already see the huge factory that is being built there. We need a police station. That village is really exploding in terms of size and population. And I give that within the next couple of years, that will be huge. Because right now, anybody in Needland needs to go that side. Especially from the east side, will have to go to Carmelita. And so I could see great things to come. And right now, if you ask anybody in that village, Checky, there is a need for a police station, to ensure that they keep law and order in those villages. And not only for Carmelita, but like I said, for the other villages.
Will they be mobile?
Yes, of course. We have to have them mobile, because they will serve not only the village of Carmelita, but other villages out there, so we could bring a quicker response to people calls, dedicated service to the areas, So that is the plan. And like I said, yes, we never get away with ferro-concrete building this time, but we will get that. I am confident, because it has to be done. But in the meantime, we are getting one nice building, so that operationally the police can operate from.
Yeah, the building
and
is
the services
good.
Can be received.
The building is good, Minister, but the presence of the officer
is
the
important.
One that counts most,
of
right?
course.
Yeah.
And that is where we are working on. So, like I said, and down the road, our plan is that when we do build the ferro-concrete building, the entire police station will then be turned into more rooms for officers. So,
how about the high school?
The high school, from all indications that they have told me, preliminary work will start here in September.
That's
is the last
already?
that I've told. Yes.
For the high school?
And I think they have done it in 2 phases. I think they have done the first phase in the south. I think a lot of schools have already been being built right now, and now the north will start. And I think from the person I spoke to last, who is responsible, told me that here in September they will start in Orange Walk, in the north. Well, so we should see some kind of activity. I would want to say late September here in Orange Walk. Because it's not only the new high school in Carmelita. In technical, they're going to get spanking new buildings. They're going to break down buildings that that need to come down. But they are basically technical. We'll get a new spanking high school flat in the middle of technical. Wow. So it's a major plus for Orange Walk district on a whole. So I do think that we are doing well in terms of that, and I feel proud of that, because we must invest in education for the future. I remember well when they built the Louisiana government school at that time, and that has done well for our community. The new addition that they are going to get right now, I think, will serve well for many, many years to come too. So it's all about this progressive movement that has to take place in our communities to have a better Belize. And I think that is where we are right now, Checky. And the work continues every day. The work must continue. And as long as I'm the representative, that will happen,
Yeah, the Ministry of Education had a virtual opening of schools. Well, the school here, not schools, the school here. The minister spoke and was saying about the virtual learning, and Dr. Carol Bob spoke about the literacy in the classroom as well. The minister was always saying that for secondary and tertiary levels, they will be getting laptops as well, and there is an arrangement with the ministry and Belize Telemedia Limited to give internet to persons that cannot afford it. Do you know how the program is going when it comes to the laptops and tablets for the students?
As far as I know, this is an initiative that the UDP government is working on. I don't have all the details as yet, Checky. I think it is being spearheaded through the Ministry of Education. I think one of the biggest things will be looked at those kids going to school, because that is where it needs to go. How and when that will start, I am not too sure, but as far as I could tell you, definitely government is resourcing in terms of finding the resource to make this a reality, you know.
What do you think about the program?
I think it's an excellent program. I mean, listen, we have to be real. You can't go back to the schools right now and having mass students there and in class. I mean, with this COVID situation, it can't happen. But the online training is with the technology that we live in right now. I mean, it is quite possible, and I would want to say it become easier sometimes, you know. But of course, it comes with a drawback. People who don't have internet access at home, people who don't have the tablets, etc., then it poses a financial situation for certain people. But
the ministry will be offering that
so,
internet.
Yeah, exactly. So the government is looking at that, because then the government will say, well, if this is the way we go, then we must support those who need the tablet, those people who need the internet. So government is looking at that, and like I've always said, you know, government, they are and really for thinking in terms of what needs to be done to support the Belizean people during this period of COVID. And I will tell you, you know, I feel very good when I go to cabinet and listen to people ideas and listen to what, and it's people-centered. It's all about what can we do to assist our Belizeans, you know. And that makes me proud, because I know this is the kind of leadership this country needs, that have people at heart and people as priority. You understand me? And this is where, what I've always said, this is where you set the difference between the UDP and the PUP. One walks out on you, while the other stays in there and stays with you fighting for improvement in terms of the quality of life and how we move together as a nation and as a people. And that's the difference, Shaki.
Yeah, I want to also say to some of our viewers and listeners out there that they are saying that the teachers have it good because they are not working and they are still getting their pay. But I want to tell them that the teachers have their responsibility as well. So we have to commend the teachers, because the teachers are doing their work as well.
And Checky, listen to me. I come from a family of teachers. I've always said it, you know. My mother, when she was alive, was a teacher. My dad was a teacher once. My sister husband, my wife's sister, you name it. I come from a whole array of teachers, and I have a lot of personal friends who are teachers. And I will tell you, Checky, the work they do, I don't want easy work. Don't feel like when the teacher left from school and go home, that they are stay up till 12 the night. They type, they say, where do you go on? She's doing work, she's preparing a lesson plan, she get ready for teaching students. And with this shift now, in terms of going from the classroom now into the online learning, what you call it, I don't know, virtual learning. No, it is something they have to prepare for. They're not like they could just go and do this.
They still have to prepare the work,
yes,
right?
They have to prepare it, and it has to be online. They have to do them PowerPoint presentations and other stuff. So they have a lot of work to be done. And I do think that listen to me, when you look at the whole system of education, where the government has moved into teachers' license, teachers' commission, we are holding our teachers at a greater standard, and so the demand on them to produce at that level is high. And I said that is a good thing. Why? Because at the end of the day, you want your child to get the best possible education that he or she can get, right? And especially now in terms of the COVID situation, I want to commend all our teachers out there. I know they are a lot of work to be done, and a lot of people like say, oh, then just stay home and this and that. Listen, but they have been working. And also they had to go on the school, they had to do a lot of things, Checky. So, you know, I'm here to commend all our teachers for the work that you have been doing. I know a lot of kids are now online, and so the teachers, they're not just for online and you're done, you know, you have to communicate to each one of them kids, check this and check that. So
you have to send back their work.
Of course, tremendous work, and I think that we must commend all our teachers across this country, and especially those in our district here in Orange Walk, and you know, especially to you guys that I know personally. I want to commend you for those great work.
Yes, teachers, keep it up. Someone don't feel like the teachers and not work the teachers anymore. Minister, earlier when we started the show, I mentioned to you that the United Democratic Party did a release that they have their 31 standard bearers in place. What's the new message from the new party leader?
Well, the party leader is I think he was in South yesterday, and I think that he's been busy, really busy, because you know we are coming up to an election, And so he's been moving around and things
he's
like
the
that.
Minister of Education.
Looking-
It's an education time too.
Exactly. So, tremendous work. And I think he's looking after the affairs in terms of the party moving united, as a united front towards this general election. He's ensuring that the party is fit and ready, So there's a lot of work, a lot of planning that he has to do in terms of execution of certain things. So, I know he's very busy at this, and I will tell you right now, I think if you look at everything, we are in the month of September right now, he has
He's a
head
chairperson for the September
of
Commission
of the September Celebrations Committee. So
yes.
he has tremendous work, and I think that he's doing as best as he can. I think he's doing a lot on the media and things, his runs on the media and things, and I think that is important.
But he has able persons around him
Of
working,
course, they don't only he one. He has competent people with him, and we look forward to getting ready for elections. Like I said, being prepared for this November, and that is where we are right now. Overall, I'm very glad that the party is united. We are working together. In the north, you never mentioned it, Checky, but you had the Honorable Campos, who will be running. Dr. Campos will be running again, and the person that was running wanted to contest him is no longer contesting. So these are the kind of things that you see in terms of bringing the party together.
Unity is strength.
Unity is strength, and definitely we are working together to get things going.
Okay, Minister. Well, it's time for us to go. Your closing remarks, and at the same time, you said we can't get on a lot. You can invite your buddies to go and
You have to take that drink by your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this time, Minister, we have some text messages, but what would you like to say?
Well, maybe you could read a text message.
I can read a text message. But they said text message, but I'm not really listening. Okay, Minister. Minister Checky, isn't there a clause in the Constitution dealing with election due to emergencies like COVID-19 to not forego the election for any government and stay automatically into another government term? That is one. Okay, that's the only one we have there, Minister. But I know that you don't go for that.
We don't go for that, and I don't think the party will go for that. None at all. That you see, the Constitution has been enshrined, and that is the law of the land. And I am for one. I don't think we could try easily broke the Constitution. The Constitution is there for a reason, and we must adhere for it for many, many reasons, And we're a democratic country. The law is there, and I say we go for it. Other countries have done it. Why can't Belize do it? I think we cannot forego or take lightly the Constitution of this country. And that is why I stand for elections to be held. We can't push it further. I don't think it is necessary. I think that we need to give the opportunity to the people to make that decision. So I stand with that, no?
Yeah. So where we were on the education topic, someone said 2 nights in a row, they break into San Francisco school last night. They stole almost all the computers from the lab, So please mention it to the public. And Minister, you as a law person, you know a lot about that. And let me continue. Before that, Morning, please tell the Minister that we care for him and our entire UDP party, which will be victorious once more. So keep cool, because your people will vote you in again. We will form a government once again, and they say UDP all the way. So, Minister, what you got to say to these persons out there that are doing these mischievous things?
Well, definitely I will speak with Mr. Kokom, because Kokom is the officer in charge in Arijuak, and these things in terms of the breakage that is taking place in which school? San Francisco school. That is definitely not good for us, because I tell you, they're not joke when you go a lab and things go missing, because that is right now the lifeblood at the school. Yeah, and so definitely the police will have to look into it.
Don't want to interrupt you, Minister, but you have to remind people that if you have stolen goods,
that's an offense. Well, right? That's handling stolen goods. If somebody come and sell you one computer, you know that this person is not genuine in terms of way they sell you, or it's so cheap that you know something wrong, then it is more probably it is stolen, and you need to report that and you do not support that by buying it,
Sometimes when the police interrogate them, people in
Yes,
town,
of course,
tell them
and
who buy it.
then they go look for it at your house, and then they arrest you for handling stolen goods,
Yeah, and
So-
only if we buy those stolen goods, then we'll encourage these people to continue
That's right.
stealing.
And we have to stop that, and definitely, like I said, I will speak to Kokoma and ask him what's going on with the investigation, because we have to deal with that. That it's not good for us to have that, man. Especially with the schools,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's not good any time around. But
Well, your closing remarks for today, Minister. We're going into a holiday. Truth be told, no happen tomorrow night, no?
well, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to know if we'll do it tonight, So I don't know. I'll have to speak with him and see if we got the time to do it tonight. Then we do it. If not, we'll do it next week.
Next week, okay.
But definitely, Cheke, I just want to thank you guys here in studios for giving us this break today to be here. I think we touched a lot of topics, and very important topics for this country.
Yep.
When we talk about the leadership in terms of where and how people will have to make that decision come election time. We spoke about the UDP, the PUP, and people know where I stand with that. I think I made that clear today. And it's not personal for me. We live in a community where you have PUPs, UDPs, but for me it is about what is right and what is best for our country at this point in time. And there's no doubt about it. The United Democratic Party is the government that you want to be with to see us through this COVID and to continue to see the kind of progress and development that this nation needs and deserves. We know the PUP at this point in time, and I say it again, at this point in time, under the leadership of Johnny Briceño and Musa and etc., then I know the right people at this point in time to lead this country. And I say that not personally because I hate anybody, because I don't. I have no ill will of anybody. It is about, to me, what I think is best for this country and people. And no party is bigger than the people in this country. At the end of the day, the public must make that decision. I have full confidence that the people understand what is happening right now. People can see through the gimmicks and all of these things, and I know that at the end of the day, the people will give the support back to the United Democratic Party, because this is the party that is standing with them. This is the party that has been coming up with the ideas and everything to support the people during this COVID pandemic. And I think we have been doing a good job, a good job. It's not easy, dealing with COVID and the situation that it brings, but I think the UDP has been there with the people, and it continues to do so. And that is why I feel confident that plus all the great work that the UDP has done across this country, because the work not stop, Cheke, the work continues, is a testament to the kind of leadership that this party brings to moving this country forward. And with that, I say, stay firm, stay strong with the United Democratic Party. Let us continue to move this country forward, and that together, greater things will come, without a doubt. And like where the UDP say, for the love of this country, because your future matters, vote UDP. That is what I will leave you with today. And of course, I want to wish all Belizeans across this country, but especially to the people in Orange Walk East and Orange Walk, I want to say, to enjoy the best you can with your family this 10th of September. It's not the same like last year, but you could jump up to your house. You could put up your flag, your Belizean flag. You could put on your music, and you can enjoy and celebrate this September, especially the 10th and the 21st coming up. Yeah. I am not sure what will happen the 21st. I guess it will be virtual or something, but definitely I believe that the ceremonies must be held or should be held as we celebrate this wonderful month, September, which is our pride and joy, our most patriotic month. And to all Belizeans out there, I love you. We are here. Let us enjoy this month as Belizeans, as how we do it every year. Let's enjoy.
Well, Minister, to yourself and your family and your entire Orange Walk East constituency, from here we want to wish you all the best. Happy
drink that beer for me, Cheke. we have virtual drink. That's the way you have to do know.
Maybe go hunting and maybe might find one beer, man.
I don't know, one virtual party.
Yeah, bottoms up, no Joe?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's what we can do, Minister. Yeah. There's not much we can do. The National Institute of Culture, the September Celebration Commission, along with the Honorable Patrick Farber, will be presenting a big virtual concert tonight. Wow. Tonight. Representing Orange Walk is Lucio and the New Generation. We have Lad Rayban from Belize City. We have Kenny Gladden and the New Creation Band. We have some musicians from the South and the The minister is presenting that for you for your tent.
Wow.
Maybe if you know have the show tonight, you go pass it through the East Radio
Yes,
as well,
man.
Minister.
Yes. I
So
think
people
we could
can
do
enjoy
that.
the
Yes,
music.
of course we have to, man. I
You
mean,
know?
even if virtually you're home and I mean,
Get the least
with any technology, you got two computers up and you watch your bodies.
Yeah, and also tomorrow for the 10th of September, the National September Celebration Commission as well, along with the Honorable Patrick Faber, will be sponsoring a concert. Youth Connection Band will be live from 6 until 8. So we'd like to thank all the folks in the September Commission, National September Celebration Commission, and the Minister, Honorable Patrick Faber, for helping out to make that concert possible for you all out there. Also, Carlos Cetina, thanks for the little drop as well. So that will be tomorrow evening, Minister,
That's
at
good,
6
man.
o'clock.
That's good.
So
That's nice.
tune in on the East Radio as well, right?
We have to.
You know. So thanks once again, folks. Minister will be back here next week again. And remember, remind them about the registration, Minister,
That's
before,
right,
because
please.
it's important.
You only got today and you got Friday. That's it. After that, if you're not registered, you won't be able to exercise your given right to vote on November elections.
So once again, Rahim, thanks so much. Thanks to everybody behind the scene. Fortunato, like you cut to you off, but it's okay. Mr. Piet Calba, we don't see you at all, man. Nato. What do you want, sir?
Man busy, boy. Man, they work. Man, they work.
Oh,
right
you work.
now.
I've been thinking missing in action.
No, man, they jam today. They work hard.
Stay busy, no?
That's right.
Yeah, and everybody at the office there
That's
doing
right.
their part
Working
as well,
their
right?
part,
Yeah.
Of course, man. Enjoy.
Yeah. So Rahim, thanks. The show repeats at 8 o'clock tonight, and also we have the Channel 7 News coming up. We do these we air these programs to make sure that we keep you in touch. So Rahim, once again, thanks, and if the good Lord so will, we'll be back right here on Friday morning. We should be having the Ministry of Health to talk to us about the preventative measures when it comes to COVID-19.
Keep safe. That's right.
So once again, happy 10th, Minister.
My brother, right here.
Yeah, we gone.
Sugar City Morning Show.